Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today we're going to be doing a TBR video for the month of July. I have not done a TBR video in months. This one's going to be really fun. I think I have about 10 books on this TBR. I will say I don't anticipate getting to every single book on the TBR. I'm going to try to explain them to the best of my ability. I don't like going into books knowing what they're about. I kind of just like to be blindsided, you know? I don't read the synopsis. I don't usually read the back of the book. So if I don't know what the books are about, it's probably because I found them on YouTube or Instagram or something. I think I have one audiobook, 3 Kindles or 2 Kindle books, and the rest of them are physical. So let me get into talking about the books I plan on reading this month. Let's get started. First book I want to talk about is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I started this book a couple weeks ago and it seems great. I really wanted to save it because I'm going up to my lake house this week for the 4th of July, and I really wanted to save it for the lake house because it's about a vacation home on a lake. It's in California. My lake house isn't in California, but I really wanted to save it for when I go to the lake house because it just seems like vibe. If you've read Every Summer After, I heard that this is extremely similar. From what I understand from the first couple chapters that I've read, she met Elliot when her father bought the lake house next door to his, and they became like quick friends and they would spend summers together. I guess they fell in love, but something happened and then they haven't seen each other in 10 years. Dual timeline, is that what it's called? Dual timeline. So you get like past when they first meet, when they're becoming friends, and then you skip to the present day, which is like 10 years after the last time they talked. They haven't seen each other, and then they run into each other at like a coffee shop, and she is currently engaged to a man she just met, by the way. I'm hoping I like it as much as I liked Every Summer After. The next book I have on this TBR, The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I know that I had to read the synopsis because I got it from Book of the Month, but I don't remember what it's about. So I guess it's set at a beach house, which is interesting because I'm also going to Florida. We're not staying at a beach house, but we are staying in Florida, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be going to the beach. So this will be interesting to read there. It's set at a beach house that she's like house sitting, and she writes this negative review, and the author gets like offended, and I think he tries to go after her. The next book, another Book of the Month book, The Husbands by Holly Gramazio. I know what this one is about because I saw it and I was like, that's interesting. Never thought of that. I kind of love that plot. Like, what? It's about a girl who comes home from work, and then there's like a random man in her apartment, and I guess he's her husband. So there's pictures of them. Her friends all know of him, but she has no clue who this man is. So I guess she just ends up with a revolving door of husbands, which is interesting. This might be my next read, I won't lie, because it seems really interesting. And look at the cover. It's like kind of cute. It's simple. It's also amazing. This one I'm really excited about. The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. Sammy Girl and I read the Off Campus series together. So we're gonna read The Graham Effect together, and I'm so excited. I know it's about Garrett and Hannah's daughter. Gigi is a hockey player. Ryder, her love interest, is also a hockey player who needs to get on her dad's good side. So maybe it's fake dating. I don't know. But I am excited to buddy read it with Sam. We have been talking about this book, but neither of us have picked it up. So I'm really excited to read it with her. Staying on theme for summer romances and lake houses, Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. They met one night and then he kind of like disappeared. She goes back to help out Lakeside Resort and he shows up again in her life like 9 years later. There's not much to say on it because I don't really know much on it. All I know is that I liked her first book, so I got the second one, and everyone said it was bad after I got it. Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. They apparently are dark romances. Oh, it's set in Boston. Stop. I'm so excited about that. I guess one of them's in Boston and the other one's in West Virginia, and they're both serial unalivers, and they meet up once a year for a game. I'm assuming a game of serial unalive, and then they fall in love. That seems interesting. I feel like I'd like that. That's the first one. And then the second one, Leather and Lark, and I think it's Marriage of Convenience. Lachlan's a hitman, and then the main character is Lark, and she's like a singer, and they hate each other. They get married. It's a marriage of convenience. I don't know why they get married, but I guess they get married for mutually beneficial reasons, and then they fall in love, because naturally they would. So genuinely excited about these two. That was the end of the physical TBR. We're gonna move on to Kindle/audiobook portion of this video. The Kindle books I know absolutely nothing about. I know less about the Kindle books than I did about these books, and I knew nothing about these books. So bear with me. This is my ideas notebook. I got it from Target and I love it. Love it. It has flowers on it. Look at that. It says notes. Yes, please. So the first book I wrote down is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I went on Goodreads, I went on Storygraph, I went on Google, I went on TikTok, I went on Instagram to try and figure out what this book was about without getting it absolutely spoiled. All I know is it's a friends to lovers and right person, wrong time. That is it. That's all I know. That's all I know. First time I heard of it was from one of Larry's videos, and I think she said she hated every single second of it. I am legally obligated to read this book because it made people cry, and it's gonna make me angry for the entirety of it. I wish I knew more so I could tell you guys, but I can't because I don't, and I won't. Sorry. Anyways, I think these two books go together. Game of Retribution and A Touch of Malice by Scarlett Sinclair. The book in the Persephone and Hades saga. The Hades book that coincides with that book is literally the same thing, but Hades' perspective. So you get to see how he's feeling, what he's thinking, how he feels about Persephone, the spicy scenes from his point of view. A Game of Retribution. I read Persephone's perspective of that book a year and a half ago. So I genuinely don't remember anything that happened except Hades proposed. But then he also kind of went ghost and MIA. And I guess we get his perspective and like why he went ghost and MIA. And then A Touch of Malice, they're engaged, they're planning the wedding. I guess there's going to be a war. So I need to know. I need to know. And then the last book that I have seen this everywhere. Everywhere. I love dark romance. I am a dark romance girly. My first dark romance was Haunting Adeline. And then I read Haunting Adeline. That one was traumatizing. I've been hearing everyone say the male main character from this next book is better than Zate. Like, okay, say less. I need to meet this guy. The last book on the TBR, The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. He was in some kind of like rich people guy club. They give you the ability to choose a chosen one. He chose this girl. She kind of has some dark desires. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So, like I said, he's worse / better than Zade Meadows. I have yet to meet a man like that. I saw a TikTok video earlier and it said, do not read The Ritual after you have read some like happy summer romances. And I was like, okay, great. As soon as I'm done with the happy romances, I'm going right into The Ritual. I hope you know that because people told me not to do that. And now I have to. That is that. That is all I have for this video, for the TBR. If you have read any of the books that are on my TBR, please let me know if you like them, if you didn't like them, if there's another book that I should add to this TBR or I should read eventually. Let me know down below. I hope you like this video. I'll see you guys in the next video very, very soon. Bye.